we'll start off with just some like rapid fire Finnish questions just to get into it. So what's your favorite Finnish artist or band or like style of music?
Um, I would say rap. I feel like the rap here in Finland is very popular. So I would say Kledos or Ibe.
And then favorite Finnish TV show or movie or just thing you like to watch?
Um, I would say mm, there's this show called Suke. It's really
Okay.
good.
So,
Yeah, I used to watch with my friends. So
and
yeah.
then favorite Finnish food.
Hmm. I would say mm, I would say mashed potatoes and um meatballs. I think so.
If you, I know you just got into the WNBA, but if you were a WNBA general manager, which Finnish national team player, other than yourself, of course, would you sign to the WNBA?
I would sign my national team friend, Sarah Bejetti. She's also Finnish, and I've played with her a long time, and she plays actually in college now. So
Okay.
I would pick her for sure.
How did you kind of get into basketball, especially obviously Finland's so known for hockey and ice
Yeah.
sports, winter sports. So how did you kind of get into basketball?
Yeah. So I was pretty lucky because the town I'm from is a basketball town. So everybody was playing basketball. So and I got into it through like my brother. He started in the same club that I eventually got in. So we was playing together a lot, and it was pretty easy to start because of course the everybody was playing basketball, and um the club that I was playing for was looking for players also. So it all like clicked very good.
Nice. And
Yeah.
just for people that aren't, because a lot of our Finnish audience isn't as familiar with basketball. So which town were you growing up in?
Kotka.
And then I know you eventually moved to Helsinki and started working at the Helsinki Basketball Academy.
Yeah.
Can you just talk through like that move and that decision, and then also just what that experience was like playing there and kind of the what you've learned from playing there?
Yeah. So at first, I got asked to go there. Started the season, like start of the my first year in high school, but then I didn't go at first because of my family and it was pretty far. And for me to move along, it was like I wasn't as comfortable. But then like halfway through the season, me and my family like was kind of ready for me to move to Helsinki. So that's what I did. I moved here, and at first it was pretty different because I didn't really come to Helsinki as much when I was younger because um, Kotka was like a place for me that I knew everybody, so it was very comfortable. So I didn't really leave Kotka that much. But when I came here, it was a little different. But I had a lot of help from the Helsinki HBA, my team here. So the staff was really nice, and I knew a lot of players from national teams, so I fit in really well. And I mean, I would say I learned just the work ethic here because we worked a lot more than in Kotka. So it was really very like serious, and I feel like I developed a lot here in Helsinki. And also I would say I learned how to be confident in the games. So I got more like um playing time in Helsinki, and I started getting more confidence just playing here and getting more opportunities to be on the court. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, just that experience. Like I've read about it, super intense and lots of training and everything.
Yeah.
I've also heard you talk a lot too about the Finnish national team coach and kind of that impact. So could you share more about that relationship and kind of what that's been like?
Yeah. So I've known the national team head coach for a long time, and he's like always been looking out for me. And We have a really close relationship. He's always helping me with everything I need. And in HBA, we was really close, and he was a really good coach to me. And it's so nice for me to have him also on the national team because he like knows me as a player and a person. So it's been really nice. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, the coach can make such a huge difference and just that
Yeah,
impact. Great.
sure. Yeah.
And now kind of transitioning to now with the WNBA season coming up and everything. And I know you've been playing in Europe a lot. What do you kind of see as the differences between the style of play and how have you been preparing for that transition?
Um, I would say the difference is just like, I mean, the European style is a little different, but I would say in a way it's similar because it's a lot of like running and very physical. I mean, the league I was playing in Italy was very physical, and I feel like it reminded me a little bit of the WNBA. So I would say, I mean, I think it's gonna be like easy for me to transition because also in Italy we had a lot of good and tough players and also a couple players from WNBA already. So I kind of got the taste of what it's gonna be like. So I would say being in Italy has helped me a lot and has like given me an advantage in a way. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. And then how you have that experience playing against some of those players. Who have you kind of played against and who are you kind of ready to match up against again coming up?
So of course, I'm gonna say my teammate Isabel for sure. She's gonna be playing with me in Dallas also. So her for sure. And then also a player that really stood out was Natasha Howard. I played against her this season and she was really tough and it was really nice because like I had to learn during the game and it was really like a good experience for me.
You're the first Finnish player in the WNBA. It's so exciting. And I know like I take so much pride in being Finnish and we kind of get forgotten sometimes on the national landscape. So kind of what does it mean to you to be representing Finland on this national stage?
I think it's really amazing because I mean, I grew up in Finland and everybody close to me is Finnish. So for me to being Finnish basketball player is and like gotten that high, I think it is really amazing. And having all these young kids look up to me is really like nice. And I think it motivates me in a way also to just keep working more because there's kids that want to be in the same position as me. So I feel honored to be a person like that.
Thinking back to in terms of advice that you might give to a younger player who wants to make that leap, and same thing like basketball. I know in your town it was bigger, but in Finland it's in general it's not as big. So what kind of advice would you have to a young aspiring basketball player, Finnish basketball player looking to kind of get to where you are?
I would say just to be brave because it's really hard to like leave your home and just do something that is gonna change completely. So I would just say be brave, and if you really love basketball, I would just say to stick with it and just keep going. Yeah.
That's such good advice. And then just thinking about the WNBA in general too. Last summer, all eyes were on the bubble and the social justice movement, and the league has been doing it for years. But I think it gained more attention over the summer, just in the media landscape. But they've been at it since the beginning. So, kind of what was your perspective watching that unfold, and where do you see yourself kind of fitting into that social justice push in the league?
Yeah, so I was really happy to see a lot of like a lot of people in the WNBA like really um putting time into that because I mean I'm a Black person and dark skin, so there's for me to see a lot of people looking like me and just like get coming together, and also having people who don't look like me still like be there and like in a way be an ally. I think it was really nice because I mean in Finland and I feel like overall in Europe it doesn't come out as strong as it was in the WNBA. So it was really cool to see that, and I'm really excited to be a part of that.
Yeah, it's true. It was just amazing to see everything they were putting in. And like you said,
Yeah.
in Finland, it's not as much, it doesn't get spoken about as much. So kind of, how do you see yourself kind of bringing that back to and kind of representing for Finland over here?
I think because now that I made it to WNBA, there's going to be a lot of people watching the games, and I feel like they're going to be more open-minded about it and just listen. So I think it's really important for me to be there and just have like a Finnish view on things, and like just to have a Finnish person there. So a lot of other Finnish immigrants can also like relate to me.
Definitely, yeah. I wanted to talk more about that too, the Finnish immigrant story too, because I think that's one thing in terms of our organization where we're all Finnish Americans. So just hearing more about that perspective and kind of growing up in Finland a little bit more.
I mean, I've always looked different than almost everybody here in Finland. So I feel like I've always like in a way not fit in. So for me to have a lot of people that look like me being the basketball like teams and everything has been really important. So I had like couple friends that was actually South Sudanese also in the same club as I started. And it helped me a lot because I felt like there was someone who looked like me and understood me in a different level. So I feel like is really important to just have a lot of immigrants and give them the same opportunity that the non-immigrants get. So yeah, I would just say, I mean, for me, it was very important to have someone that can relate to the same stuff as me.
I read that you studied Candace Parker's game, but I'm just curious, maybe it's her, but who are your kind of on-court role models and then your off-court role models too?
So yeah, Candace for sure was one of my role models, and also Elena Deladon was someone that I really looked, and I feel like my game was really close to her. And then outside of basketball, I would say my mom, because to me, my mom is like a very strong person. I mean, for her to get us all like here in Finland and just, you know, just being strong and like giving us all the same opportunities that all the other kids got is something that I really look up to. And I always like seeing my mom as a role model, and I always wanted to be a strong woman like her. So I would say my mom for sure.
What's your go-to pump up song before a game or practice?
I mean, I like to listen to a lot of songs, but I would say maybe All I Do Is Win is a really good song. It's like it's a good song before the game. So I would say that one.
Non-Finnish, any TV shows, movies, books you're currently loving?
I like Grey's Anatomy as a show. And I mean, I listen to a lot of books more than I read. So there's a lot of books I've read, but the most recent one probably was Michelle Obama's book, or I was reading, listening to Harry Potter.
Your go-to pregame meal, snack?
I like to cook myself, so it really depends on the day, but probably some like rice and chicken is something that is like that I like to eat before the game, because like not that heavy, but it gets me enough energy. And snack probably just bananas. I like fruits a lot, so fruits.
If you weren't playing basketball professionally, what do you think you would be doing?
I think I will be doing something with kids, maybe like some kind of camps or something. I mean, I was working at this night basketball during summer, and it was just playing basketball with young kids and just young players. And I really love that. And I feel like being like not a coach, but like a person that is in the camps and just like helping the young kids is probably something I would like to do if I wasn't a professional basketball player.
Can you take us back to draft night? And I know you had a game right before and then you had to go right into it. But so kind of after that, getting ready and your mindset and what it was like when you finally heard your name be called.
It was very nerve-wracking, I would say. I was very nervous, and it was like at first I couldn't believe it because I mean, when I grew up, I never saw a person from Finland or like a lot of people from South Sudan either to be in that position. So it was like I couldn't believe it. And also before that, I had the game, so I had to focus on the game. And it was like it didn't feel like it was really happening because everything was happening so fast. And then when it came to the name calling, and when I heard my name, I was really happy. I mean, at first I felt a little bit sick because I was so nervous, but after I was really happy, and I think it was really cool. Yeah.
And then now, of course, with the drafting, you'll be a rookie. And I just want to congratulations too on the signing with Nike, one of 7 rookies to sign. That's so cool. And can you talk about that and kind of what that was like to sign with Nike?
It was really amazing for me because I've always looked at Nike to be like one of the big companies out there, like sports companies. So for me to be signed with them is like it's really cool, and I feel like also it in a way motivates me more to like do better. And also a lot of other kids also, I talked to my friends and they were like, wow, I can't, like that's so cool. Like I didn't think a basketball player from Finland could get a like signed with Nike. So there was like, now I gotta get better and also get signed. So I think it was overall like a huge thing. I mean, it was a really huge thing for me, but I feel like it also moved a lot of players here in Finland and just players overall. So I think it was really like a beautiful thing, and I think it was really cool.
Going back, you mentioned Isabel earlier too, and just so one of your teammates over in Italy, and now you'll be working with her again in Dallas, teaming up with her. What's it been like to have that familiar face as you're making that transition?
It's been really great. Isabel is like really nice, and we connected like from the start really well. So I mean, it's like having a sister because she's like giving me so much advice and helped me in a lot of things. So uh in a way it makes me comfortable to go there also because she's there, and I feel like she's going to be taking care of me also. So it's really amazing, and I'm really grateful for her.
And you mentioned earlier Candace Parker and Elena Deladon and kind of modeling your game and the similarities. And now you'll be playing against them, which is cool. Which team are you most excited about playing against? And then kind of what's it going to be like to play against those people that you've looked up to growing up?
Uh, for sure, I would say LA and Seattle. They're like the 2 teams that I really want to play against and just see how I do against them. And yeah, them 2.
Yeah, the big ones. That'll be good. Take down the defending champs. Just what are your predictions for the team this year? What can we expect? What can we look forward to?
I think for me, you can just expect to have like a young, energetic player that's, I mean, positive and just bringing my all every time I go to the court, and just, I mean, enjoying the time because I'm really happy to be there in the first place. So just having a player that's ready to always give her all in the game.
It's the 25th anniversary season of the WNBA. It's a huge milestone, and obviously there's been a lot of growth in the game. where do you see the league, where do you see yourself fitting into that like growing trajectory of the league? And then kind of what are your hopes for the future of the league? I know you're just entering it, but kind of where it could go.
I mean, of course, I want the league to, develop all together and just, I feel like have more opportunities. I mean, is really, I mean, I think having the league be only in just the summertime, in a way, it's like pretty short. And I think something that would be really cool to have is like, and maybe in the future, it could be longer. That would be really awesome. And I really hope that could happen. I think I would fit in just, being one of the new generation players and just bringing, I would say, just a little bit of the new generation playing style and just, yeah.
Definitely, yeah, insane. And bringing dunking back.
Yeah,
will
for
be
sure.
exciting.
Probably for the finish, just to, I hope they all watch my games and, just dream big, I would say, because in Finland, it really, for me to have a dream to get to the WNBA wasn't like a thing that a lot of people had. Like it was maybe unspoken, but nobody really said it out loud. So I would just say dream big and don't be shy about your dreams.